the poisoned queen Jia Nanfeng,
Empress Sima Zhong, Emperor Huidi of the Western Jin Dynasty.
Because she was married by imperial decree, Miss Xi was so happy that she could give birth to her grandson, Sima Yu, while the other concubines were not so lucky. When Jia Nanfeng was the crown princess, she was so fearful of her foolish husband Sima Zi.
The crown prince, 2 years younger than her, was afraid of her. Jia Nanfeng did not like any of the beautiful maids around Sima Zhong, and several of them were killed by Jia Nanfeng herself. Once, when she heard that one of her concubines was pregnant, she was so furious that she stabbed the pregnant woman in the stomach with her halberd, simultaneously killing both mother and child.
When Emperor Wu of the Jin Dynasty discovered this, he was so angry that he decided to banish the brutal Jia from the palace as a concubine. At that time, Empress Yang Yan had already died of illness, and Yang Yan's cousin, Yang Ji,
succeeded to the throne as the Empress and was called the Little Yang Empress. This Little Yang Empress Dowager also interceded on behalf of Jia, discouraging Emperor Wu, saying, "Concubine Jia is young and ignorant,
and jealousy is common among women, so when she grows older, she will naturally change." It was only then that Emperor Wu was dissuaded from abolishing Jia. Therefore, Empress Xiaoyang kindly warned Princess Jia to be more restrained.
However, Jia did not know how to be grateful and thought Empress Xiaoyang was deliberately making things difficult for her. Since then, she has held a grudge against her and decided to take revenge when possible.
Of course, her father-in-law, Sima Yan, who tried to change the crown prince and abolish the crown princess several times, was also the target of her revenge.
When she became the empress, the idiot Emperor Hui of Jin was at her mercy, and all the court officials were at her command. The plan of revenge that had been
buried in her heart for many years was about to be put into action.
Crazy revenge.
The target of Jia's revenge was, firstly, the family of Empress Dowager Yang, who often scolded her, and secondly,
the family of the deceased eunuch Sima, who often wanted to drive her out of the palace. She intended to unite with the Sima family to defeat the Yang family first,
and then to fight and kill the Sima family after the Yang family was defeated.
Yang Jun, the father of the young Empress Dowager, was the palace governor when Emperor Wu was in power. His younger brothers, Yang Lin and Yang Ji, also held important positions in the imperial court,
and together with the Yang Empress, the Yangs were a noble family.
When Emperor Hui became the emperor, Yang Jun was authorized to serve as the Taifu to assist Emperor Hui. Yang Jun was headstrong, and after assisting him, he knew that Empress Jia's jealousy was hard to control. He was afraid that Empress Jia would deal with him, so he made more friends and took control of the Forbidden Army, guarding the palace, hoping to use this to protect himself.
However, all these moves dissatisfied the kings of Sima and became an excellent opportunity for Jia to use the sword to kill others.
In the spring and March of the first year of Emperor Hui's reign to 91, Jia Nanfeng, who had been queen for less than a year,
carried out a swift coup d'etat. She contacted Sima Wei, the king of Xiechu, and Ma Careless of the Dongren Company, and led them in a crusade against Yang Jun.
She also ordered Meng Guan, Li Xiao, and Dong Man, the eunuch of the Yellow Gate,
to make a draft edict that Yang Jun was plotting against the emperor, and as a result, all the members of the Yang family and Yang's party were killed. When the young Empress Dowager heard of the incident, she wrote on a piece of silk, "Those who save the master will be rewarded," and tied it to an arrow, and shot it out of the city, which Empress Jia used as proof of conspiracy against the government.
a talented woman before he became the crown prince. Since Empress Jia was jealous and could not bear a son, Sima Zhong had only one son, Sima Yu. After Sima Zhong became the emperor, Sima Yu became the crown prince. Empress Jia always hated Xi and Sima Yu and thought hard to eliminate them. When Sima Yu was 5 years old, there was a fire in the palace, and Emperor Wu of Jin fled the fire with his grandson. Sima Yu took Emperor Wu by the hem of his coat and entered the darkness. When Emperor Wu asked him what he was doing, he said, "It is better to be prepared for the fire in the twilight, and it is inappropriate to let the firelight shine on the king." Emperor Wu was so impressed that he used to say to his ministers, "This son will be the one who will make my family prosperous." However, when Sima Yu grew up, he failed to learn. Empress Jia even sent eunuchs to lure him into being extravagant, playful, and idle, causing Sima Yu's reputation to decline. In the 9th year of Yuan King's reign, Sima Yu was skillfully designed by Empress Jia to be accused of plotting against the emperor and
was deposed as a concubine and moved to Shukang, where his mother Xi was also killed.
Jia's mother, Xi, was killed as a result. Jia finally got her revenge, but the deposition of the crown prince aroused the court's anger. Si Lun, the king of Zhao, the uncle of Emperor Wu, and member of Empress Jia, was in the capital then.
He used the plan of his confidant Sun Shu to encourage Jia Qiuyuan, who had always been annoyed with Sima Yu, to persuade the empress to get rid of the crown prince as soon as possible. After Empress Jia had got rid of the crown prince, Si Lun would then
get rid of Empress Jia in the name of avenging the crown prince's death, to take advantage of this opportunity to seize power. Not knowing the plan, she sent someone to Shukang and killed the abrogated prince, Sima Yu. Then King Sima Lun of Zhao started a rebellion and sent King Sima John of Qi to kill Empress Jia in the palace.
When she saw Sima John, she asked him why he entered the palace.
Sima John said, "I was ordered to collect the queen." Empress Jia retorted, "I should have written the edict. What is the point of having an edict?"
Sima John didn't bother to talk to Empress Jia and forced her to the pavilion.
Empress Jia told Emperor Huidi from a distance, "Your Majesty has a wife, and she is letting someone else abolish her, so I think you will not let someone else abolish you in the future." Empress Jia was forced to drink poisoned wine in the pavilion and died.
After the death of Empress Jia, all the members of the Jia clan were killed,
leaving a vacuum of power which led to the killing of each other by the Sima clan, known as the Rebellion of the Eight Kings,
resulting in the downfall of the Jin family, which was destroyed by the Zhong new regime of the former Zhao 10 years later.